Hey user world, I am back with another video. Today I have another exciting unboxing in the mid-range area, and some of these are fantastic because I did get them on sale. So a Parisian brand, Australian brand, and an American brand. I'm covering lots of different countries, so let's just get right into it. Shopping season is upon us, and I know there are a lot of sales happening, and I know you are probably thinking for purchasing for yourself or perhaps for a loved one. Get started on it early, because if you want to find a good deal, don't wait till Black Friday, because majority of the time, and if you know me, I love a good deal, right? Majority of the time, in my opinion, and from my experience, I think prices can be lower before Black Friday, because Black Friday, for those of you who are, international and not here to the United States, I know Black Friday has bled into other countries just to run another promotion. Usually it's like crunch time, right? People will be like, oh, I have less than a month to figure out Christmas presents or whatever, holiday presents for their friends and family. And that's how they get you, even though there are still pretty good deals. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I am consistently posting a curated list of items that I think are fantastic deals that you can take advantage of. So definitely follow me on Instagram. But enough of me blabbing here, but let me show you the first item here. I did post this on Instagram and my community page, so definitely go check that out every now and then. But I did purchase this sling bag from Madewell when they were doing extra 40% off their sale items. I think I got this for around $50 or so. And this retails for, I think, $128. So Madewell is such an underrated brand. If you're looking for excellent leather quality, this is it. Like, for the price that they are, I would say for the popular models, definitely jump on them because they do sell out pretty quickly. But if it's a model like this that has been out for a while, you love the classic silhouette and you are able to wait, definitely wait for their sales. And like I said, I always post them when I see them immediately after I purchase my share of it first. But this is going to be that traditional classic crossbody bag or sling bag. Now, if you are a fan of Lululemon and their belt bag, I think this is a great alternative for you to purchase because the nylon, it's not a one size fit all. You can't get dressy with it and still wear it to dinner. It's more of an errand running bag in my opinion, or if you're going hiking, fantastic option. Or if you got a kid, great option. Don't wear that to a fancy dinner. Again, my opinions. But if you like that kind of style where it's a sling bag, but you also don't want to drop thousands of dollars on a Louis Vuitton, monogram or even a empreinte leather, get something like this because it's one, very classy looking, and you can take it in all kinds of occasion. Whether you're going to a supermarket, where you're going to, a dinner, you can wear it as a shoulder bag like this, but you can also wear it like a sling bag, how it's designed to be. And what I love about this is that the leather is so luxurious and it has plenty of capacity for you to put anything and everything in here. They also come with a interior pocket. So if you want to put like credit cards in there or receipts in there just to have some sort of organization, I think it's a fantastic option. What I love about this particular design, and this silhouette is everywhere. You can see it across like high street fashion. You can also see it in, the row. For something simple like this, in my opinion, I would definitely just not spend the money. Don't spend $2,000 on something like this. I love how they designed it with a pocket right here. It's actually deep enough for you to, input a phone very comfortably away from, I'm thinking it's kind of like a duffel bag. You know how like the duffel bags where you can put all your stuff in the main compartment, and then there's a side compartment where you can slip your shoes in and don't mix like the dirty shoes with the rest of your clothes. It reminds me of that, but this is actually very convenient and very functional for you to put your phone in to have easy access. This is going to fit a water bottle. The water bottle, you can fit it all in there. If you have a small umbrella, you can definitely fit it in there. So I won't show you what fits, basically fits everything. So this is the first one that I purchased and I'm really excited to use it. I did talk about in my previous video how I have 2 or 3 Lululemon belt bags I don't really know what to do with because I feel like the Lululemon belt bag, it goes and unzips all the way around and it flops open. So some of your stuff can easily fall out if you're not careful. And of course, if you're like me, I'm a super big klutz, things fall out and I lose shit. So, whereas this is more the banana boat kind of silhouettes, you don't really have to worry about losing things and having things fall out as you're digging through, you know, finding whatever you need. So I think this is a fantastic option for both young and mature audiences. The second bag is going to be from RSVP Paris. So I was part of their PR campaign and I was happy to accept because I have been eyeballing this brand for a while, and the first time I ever saw an RSVP bag that caught my attention was back in like 2020 or maybe 2021 when I first went to Paris. And of course, I'm just looking at everybody. The minute I get off the plane, I saw one of the, I think flight attendants, no, it was an airport, you know, employee just walking around. And I saw that she had an RSVP bag, like a local Parisian wearing one of these bags. So they were on my radar. I just, you know, I get distracted. I'm like, there's a bunch of squirrels running around up here. So I get distracted, and I'm glad they're doing this campaign. And now I was part of it because then I can give you an honest review of what I think about this bag. And true to my channel, when I cover indie brands, I always like to give you a little bit of background about the company so that we can really connect with them and see if it resonates with us. They're a Parisian brand that started back in 2015, and all of their bags are either made in France, Spain, or Italy. They do mineral tanned leather using French and Italian tanneries, which I was like, I've never heard of mineral tanned leather. We've heard of vegetable tan and chrome tanning, which is I think the most common way to process leather. So when they say mineral tanned leather, that just means they use a water soluble base salts to tan the leather. Maybe that's a question for a tanner leather sign. However, that's what I could find. There weren't a whole lot of information on this particular method. Just so you know, if you are interested in purchasing from RSVP, they have a 30-day return policy. It's free in the EU. However, if you are outside of the EU, they will charge you 29 euros for that return. Just keep that in mind. And they do have a 1-year warranty. So you've heard the campaigns going around. Again, if you care about my opinion, I know when it comes to this particular brand, they do only make 500 pieces for every single batch that they make. And once they're done, which I appreciate because that also means that they get to go out and find new kinds of leathers, different types of leathers, different colors. And they can tell you that the demand to produce the same bag over and over again, because sometimes, as we know, your supply is completely limited, right? And if you continue to advertise that you have the same kind of leather and there's inconsistencies, you know, with your supplier, it's better for quality control, in my opinion, when you only limit to a, you know, whether it's 500 or 1,000 in one particular batch, right? Whereas if you have a classic bag with a specific leather and one batch could be great, the next batch, even though they're supposed to be like the first batch, can, you know, depending on the supplier, it could turn out to be different. So I think when they, again, this is just me speculating, I don't know for sure, but when they say they only produce 500 of each particular leather and batch, that makes complete sense to me to have better quality control. Again, this is just the squirrels, like I said, running around my head and the logic behind all of that, right? As a business owner, that's probably, it makes sense, right? So I was able to choose, it's hard to see maybe, but it is going to be the mock croc in the navy color with the gold hardware. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. You know, I'm a sucker for mock croc. And of course, I do love navy bags and I don't have a lot of navy bags. So when I saw this, I was like, this is perfect to add to my collection and kind of just showcase how beautiful mock croc can be. So mine only came with a dust bag. I know they do have a pretty box option. Honestly, I don't need any more boxes, like purse boxes. I just cleared a bunch of them out from my attic. So for this one, it just comes with a dust bag. Very simple. It actually fits very well. I've seen companies out there where they just make one dust bag and it's too big, too small for all of their models. So I appreciate the attention to detail when it comes to actually finding a perfect size dust bag for the bag itself. When I open this up, the immediate reaction is the smell. It smells like leather, but it's a very distinctive smell. The other one I would compare to is my Lizard Embossed Atelier Auguste bag. That's also the same smell. Like, I think it's the way they process the mock croc or the mock lizard. It smells exactly the same. It's not a bad smell. I'm just saying it smells different from your typical, you know, box calf leather or just smooth skin leather. It has a very distinctive smell. You've got the crossbody strap and it is adjustable. You've got the little cute top handle, perfectly nice. I do love the details when it comes to all of the hardware where they engrave RSVP on there. And of course, on the top as well, you can see, I don't know, I'll insert photos, but you can see they engraved it. The attention to detail is definitely there. Looking at the quality of the bag and the construction of the bag, I'm looking at the glazing. It looks immaculate. It is done very well. Same thing with the strap. That's something I pay attention to. I'm looking at the stitching. Stitching looks fantastic. There's no pop stitching, there's no loose stitching, and I already use this bag, just so you know. Of course, I'm gonna bust out the bag and start using it so I can gather my notes and thoughts for you all. The side, there's no corner wear or anything, like that's not something I would anticipate. It is just a very high quality, hard wearing bag, especially if you get it in the mock croc. You can see the top handle, the glazing is fantastic. I will point out that there is no glazing where it connects, where they have the D-rings that connect to the, I guess, the loop here. How do I explain that? But there is no glazing there. So that could also cause some concern in the future where there could be wear and tear, especially when you have the hook going onto the D-ring. It might rub against it as you are wearing it crossbody. I'll let you know the wear and tear of that in the future. Also, looking at the button, look how shiny they are. The buttons also remind me of Mickey Mouse, like, you know, the old school Mickey Mouse where he has the two buttons in front of him on his shorts. That's what also reminds me of. Looking at the interior, it's got the built-in magnets for a very seamless, where it's not protruding. You don't have to worry about, you know, aiming, target practice when closing your bag. When it's built-in magnets, chef's kiss. You can easily open and close the bags. And the magnets, as you can see, super strong. Interior is just one compartment, one main compartment, and then they also have a little pocket with their card, their tags in there. So very simple. Can you fit a lot? I'll show you what fits, but I think this is just a well-constructed, simple silhouette with a pretty modern take in terms of their design. I forgot to mention also, I got item 138 out of 500 in terms of the unit. I will say, I'll insert a photo here because I think it's the material, the gold print or the gold, what do you say that? The gold overlay? I'm lost at words today, it's late. They did not do a good job when it comes to that. There's a little bit of fading, or maybe like the gold foil, they didn't press it down hard enough as they were doing the 138 on there. It also has to do, I think, with the mock croc, because the mock croc has a little bit more of a texture or waviness to it. So in my opinion, they could have done a little bit more attention to detail, because it looks like someone just sat here and just kept rubbing the one and it's faded a little, which I imagine it will also do that over time. Which also reminds me, another company that does this is Pateau. I seen it on another YouTuber's channel. I wanted that bag for a while and then kind of just fizzled out for whatever reason. They also have the numeric system, which I think is an extra special touch when it comes to these smaller brands, to show you like, hey, you got item number 10, item 500, whatever it is, and then whoever made your bag. So that's a nice touch in my opinion. And then at the bottom here, I know others have shown like how there's an imprint of RSVP at the bottom. It's harder to see just because the nature of this mock croc. But that's, you know, that's cool to me. I wish it had feet. And then the only feedback I would probably say is that I wish the rings here are a little bit longer, so this hook is easier to clip on, and then there's less rubbing that would happen, because right now I'm moving it around and I can feel the two pieces of leather moving back and forth with friction. But overall, I think this is a fantastic option. The quality is impeccable for $380. I mean, that is fantastic. I would definitely say yes to the bag. I'm saying yes to the bag. I'll show you what fits in here, because this is a question, right? Like what fits in here. Usually mini bags are always a question, whereas this one is quite large. You can put all of your essentials in there and then some. Let's do the last unboxing here from Maison de Saber. Yes, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And of course, if you are new here, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. A lot of you watch my videos and keep coming back, but then majority of you aren't subscribed. So if you love my content, just hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So that way, anytime I do exciting unboxings or super controversial videos, I'll do a little bit of both, you will be notified when I do uploads. And for those of you who are returning, again, you know what to do. I rely on you. I appreciate of you. So hit that like button for me and comment down below. Which bag is your favorite? Would love to hear from you. All right, so Maison de Saber. I will cover this in my previous video where I talk about Australian mid-range indie brands. And this was one of them. So I won't go into detail on their history, yada, yada, but I was suckered into, well, I'm a sucker for pink. I suckered myself into purchasing this bag, but look at how pretty this is. Look at that perfect pink. This is literally the perfect pink. They call this the fuchsia something. I'll insert on the screen here, but I am very picky when it comes to my pinks. I don't really like baby pink. I don't like Barbie pink. I am very picky. So when I saw this in the perfect pink color, I was like, yep, I had to do it. Mandy was trying to stop me from buying it. She's like, you don't need any more bags. Yeah, clearly. I was like, what do you think about this bag? Look at that pink. And she just replied with one word, Paris. How do I was like, yes, save my money, save my pennies for Paris. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm going to ignore her. I'm going to purchase this bag. And to be fair, it was $188 because it was on sale. I was like, it's a good price. It's a good sale. And it's the perfect pink. Do you know how hard it is for me to find the perfect pink? All right, this is girl math and girl logic, okay? So I purchased it and this is such a cute shoulder bag. Armpit bag? It's definitely an armpit bag. Also, just justify my purchase here is that majority of the pink bags or pink accessories out there, especially Hermes. This is my biggest beef with Hermes, that I would love a pink. However, they pair everything, all of their pinks with silver hardware. I'm a gold hardware girly, so I want to see a pink bag with gold hardware. And let me tell you, I'm thrilled because the quality on this is fantastic. The hardware is so shiny, and they do have, again, I appreciate it when companies do this, when they make their hardware to have their logo on there and not plaster it all over the bag. But you know, subtle details can go onto the hardware. And then they also have a clochette, I guess is what you call it, where you could put your keys on there. It's just a nice touch. This one is removable. So if you don't like this thing dangling here, it also has their brand name on there. Again, I'm in awe. Like, I'm shocked. For $188, fantastic quality. The zipper is fantastic. And then you can see the interior. This is cloth lined. It comes with a zip interior pocket, and then also has one of these pockets, interior pockets, where you can put stuff in there. So it looks like it's black, but it's actually dark navy. They also have their logo right there. And then they also have their serial code on here, which I find really interesting. I was looking around the bag. I can't see where the bag is made, so I have no idea. They also do not say that on their website, so I'm not sure where the bag is made. I would assume maybe Australia, but would love to know that. I might email them on that and report back to you. Looking at the glazing is fantastic. It's done extremely well. The leather feels great. My only feedback for this particular bag is that I wish the strap was longer. Again, this is probably a me issue as opposed to a you issue, just because, again, I got some really thick arms and I wish that the drop was a little bit longer than it actually is. Or maybe if it comes with a shoulder strap. Now, obviously you said you could probably switch out the strap, but I like the pink color. I like it to be uniform. I don't like to play dress up with my purses normally. So but with this pink, I forgive it. It could be annoying. It could be an armpit bag. I'm okay with that. So this goes to show, I mean, when it comes to bags, like even the mid-range, if you can get a deal on some of these bags, definitely you can get amazing quality and, you know, beautiful hardware for less than $200 in this case. Now, just so you're aware, this does come directly from Australia. So shipping does take a while. So again, if you're looking for Christmas presents, if you want to buy directly from their website, I know they have maybe a limited stock inventory at Nordstrom's and whatnot. I'll link everything I'm talking about today. I will link down below. So if you want something a little bit more with faster shipping, you can definitely look at those options. But I did purchase directly from their website where they use Australian Post. So it took about a week and a half to get to me because it was delivered by my local USPS, US Postal Office. I also purchased something in the same color. Of course, I'm such a sucker. And it comes in this beautiful box. I got a dog collar for my dog. Normally, I don't like to put leather or something that's a little bit harder for my dog Q, where she might feel uncomfortable at night. So I think, you know, if we're going out prancing, if we're going out for, you know, just something, a special occasion, I might put this on her just so she won't feel uncomfortable when she's sleeping at night. But if you like pets and you want to get something for your dog and something pretty, and it's not like $800 from Louis Vuitton, I think this is a fantastic option. Again, the hardware is phenomenal. The glazing, the leather is just fantastic. So look how pretty that is. Now Q and I can be matchy-matchy. All right, I'm gonna show you a quick what fits in these two bags because they are mini bags and that's always a question. This particular bag I've been using nonstop. If you haven't seen my W Concept unboxing, definitely go check out that video. Such a cute bag. I'm not a bag charm person, but I had to get the Stanley Cup one, of course in hot pink. So let's just go ahead and switch out of it. Okay, so I filled it up and you can see it's pretty substantial. There's a little bit of imprint here from one of the things in there. So if you don't like that, you can always take it out. But I feel like the leather is gonna soften over time. But you can see I have it filled with my essentials. I've got my card holder from Kafune. I've got a hand sanitizer. I've got my phone. You can actually fit 2 phones in there. That's what the imprint was. It was the phone. I've got my Beats headphones. And then my cosmetic pouch, which I have all of my mirror, lippy, medicine, et cetera, all in there. And it fits very comfortably. Wow, that was like the fastest what fits in my bag that I've done. Okay, so now moving on to the RSVP, the Munchkin bag. This one is stuffed to the brim. The only thing I couldn't fit in there is the hand sanitizer. So if you have a smaller hand sanitizer, then you can probably fit it in. But basically, you can see it's a tight fit. So I've got my phone, card holder, same makeup pouch with all of the goodies in there, and then my headphones. So it actually fits a lot more than you think, as long as everything is long and skinny. So that's why I've been loving my Kafune card holder, because it actually fits in a lot of mini bags, because usually they are horizontally longer, where if you have a taller card holder and it's bulkier, it might not fit as well. So if you don't use this kind of card holder, definitely think about it. Regardless of what brand it is, I think this is a fantastic option, especially when it comes to mini bags. So lots of bag unboxings. My favorite colors here, you know, dark brown, the navy, and of course the hot fuchsia pink. I hope you really enjoyed that video. Comment down below which one is your favorite. Love to hear from you. And of course, I like to share my honest opinion, even if I was gifted the bag. So thank you, RSVP, for sending me this bag, because I really appreciate for me to do an honest review. They don't tell me what to say. And this gives me an opportunity to test out more brands and really showcase really good mid-range indie brands that are out there. So life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all next time.